What's up? What's up? What's up? Pressure 23 radio. Today we got live in the building. Big Chef.
What's good?
Real chef. Big chef in the building. How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing good. One day at a time.
Oh, that's what's up. Thank you, everybody that's tuning in today to Pressure 23 Radio for another Vocal Point interview. Again, we got in the building live, Big Chef. I need you guys to go on social media and write down these Instagrams and social media links you're gonna get from this gentleman because this man is actually a real chef in real life. And this year he brought in here. Hey, that's all we need to say. But again, thank you for tuning in for another live vocal point today. We're gonna get into an interview with my guy, Big Chef. We're gonna talk a little bit about behind the scene and how he get into music today. So again, we appreciate you coming in today to kick it with you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. So how was your travels today?
It was pretty good. It was light on traffic. Wasn't too bad. Little snow flurries here and there.
That's what's up. We got it's snowing in Alabama. Snowing in Alabama. You hear from the Rocket City today? What the temp was like in the Rocket City?
About 35, 37.
A nice little big coat weather today.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And so I know there's a lot of disappointed people. The chef ain't in the city cooking today. It's cold outside. That means some people got to cook for themselves.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. So how long you been a chef?
I've been a chef about 15 years now.
Okay. So how long have you been making music?
I've been making music for about 20 years off and on.
Oh, okay. That's good. So I normally ask people what's the story behind their name, but Big Chef, I'm gonna ask you anyway. What's the story behind your name, Big Chef?
Story behind Big Chef is a man who loves to service people with music and with food as well at the same time to nurture the soul.
Okay, so we got some little sounds that we listen to while we cooking.
All the time.
We listen to a lot of Big Chef while we cooking.
Yeah, a lot of Big Chef, a lot of jazz, like to mix it up.
Oh, okay, so tell us a little bit about the genre of music, the music you like to create.
The music I like to create is stuff that's uplifting, stuff that'll make you feel, love, stuff that'll make you feel enlightened, really strong to face your day, no matter what comes about. Just you listen to my music, okay, I'm gonna get the strength to go ahead and keep going on and keep pushing. You might laugh a little bit, definitely gonna reflect on just the message that I bring.
Okay, so your artistic style, the type of music you sing, more you like uplifting and make people think, brain up their day and stuff like that. So they for those who are unaware, we have some people call it R&B rap. There's like trap, conscious rap. So what would you in terms in which the listeners would understand what type of rap that you prefer to create?
It's like a mix of conscious and gospel.
Okay. I like that, spiritual. What is the primary concept behind the themes that you like to explore in your work? Okay, we did cover the spiritual and stuff like that, but as far as like storytelling, I listen to your music, so you like to tell a little story. So what's that primary concept behind the themes that for the songs that you create?
Really just the struggle that we have endured as Black people as a whole, that we still endure from past, present, and evidently the future as well. Just how can we get over it? How can we maintain? How can we sustain?
Oh, okay. So do you have a favorite topic, something that you like to create on a regular?
Endurance and longevity.
Okay. Motivation. I like that. So do you have any formal musical or education, or you just basically self-taught?
Background is in the choir, singing in church choir, and play the drums here and there in the church.
You were singing in the church choir? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure you already know what I'm going to ask for next, right? Now, everybody likes a little sample. Of course, me, myself, I love a little sample. Now, I don't want to put you on the spot, but everybody out there listening and, on air, we're a global station, so we overseas. We got people that stay up, late to check you out. So if you feel comfortable, you don't mind, just getting us a little bit. But if you don't, I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it if you not. But you know, it wouldn't be me if I wouldn't try to encourage you to give us a little sample.
Okay, it definitely gonna be a little sample. Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirred. So, before I reach my journey's end, one more river to cross. That's it.
Church. Can we get you to say amen? We definitely appreciate you like that. That was very inspirational. Okay, so that song that you chose, why that song?
I was brought up traditional Kojic and everything, like from the hymns to what we eating fried fish and spaghetti at the church, singing Fred Hammond. I mean, just the overall community of church. That's what I really met. That's why I chose the Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirred. My grandma, my grandpa.
Hey, shout out to grandma and grandpa for keeping you in the church. Well-spoken young man. So, you know, shout out to them. You know, you can tell the difference between people who family actually invested into them and those who did. So, you know, shout out to grandma and grandpa. We're going to get them their flowers on air today. Okay, so name us your most recently created song. What do you have?
No Defeat.
No Defeat. I think we got that No Defeat in the building today. I think we're going to check that out.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights. So the only way we're going to get some of this oppression and exploitation away from us or safe from us is come together against the communist.
We want land, we want bread, we want housing, education, clothing, justice, and peace. That shit don't seem hard to me. It's time for we to hold the truth ordained and destined by these honkies that try to keep me living life down on my knees. I can't believe we ain't clicked yet. We the real threat. Tell them boys that we ready, and that ain't no turning back. Running black was good with that. QEP and them taught us if they bought us, but back at them. No more talking, now reliably more than heartless. See, we ain't going for that. You push up on me, get smacked. I'm here protecting my black, uplift my partners. In fact, we got our focus on stats, and ain't no changing that fact. But now I'm shifting that focus, uplifting niggas in motion, returning love that was stolen, and hoping niggas would notice that we are living for show. Them folk won't walk down our road, won't take a stand with the bros. Pump your fist up now for show, cause niggas dying by the boatload. I'm tired of seeing Instagram and Facebook posts, no longer phased by you hoes and you dumb tricks. I got my niggas and they riding with that dumb shit because we fed up, ready for them boys that be talking, they gon' ride on us. Yeah, I'm right here. Got my nigga and he got the mean still. Want them boys looking here, real clear. Yeah, they said they riding here, and I'm ready for them boys that be coming real clear. Boys good.
Can you walk us through your creative process in creating that song? Would you what first we would like to know, like, the concept behind it, what brought you to that particular song right there, and you know, talk to us about, you know, how you went in the studio, you know, if you just decided you was gonna cook you something to eat and then go in there, you know, just tell us a little bit, walk us through your creative process on that.
The creative process for No Defeat was just my situations I had dealing with white people, the Proud Boys, the Good Old Boys. Initially was just a diss to them, to what I seen, what I didn't like to see, how I feel as a black man in this country.
Okay, so in creating that song, you went to the studio that day. Walk us through that.
Went to the studio that day. I was listening to Malcolm X interview speeches, should I say, excuse me, and really had just been just thinking about the process we had all been going through, what we have still been seeing to this day. I was living in Fairfield at the time, and I experienced something at a gas station, and it just really just pissed me off. So the best way I can do something without going crazy or acting stupid is just to put something on wax.
That was up. So, you know, you kind of touched on my question, but I'm still gonna answer it anyway. What are the biggest artistic influences, and which you said you used the Malcolm X And then you also explain how you manifest that into that piece. But on your other projects, who are some of your biggest influences and how do you use those influences in your work?
My father, Mega Evers, my mother, and Sam Cooke. I'm a little old school. I'm sorry.
Oh, that ain't it. I'm listening to it. I like the, that you got all, very influential leaders, Black powerful leaders in the music you create. I like that. I like that. So tell us a little bit about Medgar Evers. We all know Malcolm X. A lot of us like Malcolm. I ain't gonna talk about it. Michael, you know what type time Malcolm was. So tell us a little bit about him.
Well, Medgar Evers was on the same type of time, to be honest with you. He wasn't the one for he did participate in the singing and, the marches and everything, but it was just the educational factor versus Black people. How can we uphold that? And he held Mississippi down by himself without not too much any type of aid. I guess what really ticked me off is how he was assassinated and how pretty much his name almost got erased from everything that was going on.
Right. I like that. So we could look forward to a song behind it. I would like to hear one.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to, I would love to hear you express your feelings in a song that's dedicated to him. So that'll be something hopefully we look forward to in the future. And please send it to me first.
Oh, it's coming.
Okay. What are some of the biggest challenges you faced as an emerging artist?
Biggest challenges I faced is people not being truthful. People not really going by what they say that they are and just using and abusing the independent artists when it comes down to money.
Exactly. Okay, what motivates you to continue to create despite these challenges?
The fact that I seen it firsthand and somebody else who is an up-and-coming artist, whether it be younger or older, I can just let them know, from my standpoint, what it is and to really just enlighten them. Because a lot of artists get discouraged by, people who have done their wrong. I done spent a couple $1,000s doing this and I'm still over here not really doing too much of nothing. Part of it is you putting in the work, but other part is having to trust somebody with your money to get that project out or whatever you got to put out.
Exactly. So how do you handle criticism on your work?
I used to be harsh with it. I used to be like, man, they don't know what the hell they talking about. It's my music. But it was just it was really just suppressing my feelings. Like, you got talent, you got something, but it has to be said a perfect way in a different type of pitch to be felt from just not you and your own, but people who actually have questions about a certain topic you're talking about.
Right. Okay. So tell us about a significant moment in your life or creating a project that helped you develop as an artist. Like a moment, it could have been, maybe one of those times like you talking about, maybe where you had some instances where people weren't truthful in creating. But just tell us about a significant time that, basically really developed you as an artist.
The time we went to tour in Indiana, and things really weren't what they were expected to be as a independent artist first coming on to the scene. And it just kind of made me just really just step back and just think about everything that was going on. Like, okay, the ups and the downs of what were the signs before that led to this point that we missed out on.
Okay, cool. I like the fact that you are a very self-aware individual. As an artist, that's a key element that anyone need, not just as an artist, as a person to survive. And for you to be able to take negative things that have happened to you during your career and use those negative as positive lessons to further your career and not allow that to discourage you. That is very uplifting for anybody who's listening to hear, because there's a lot of people that may going through some of the stuff that you're going through, and it just motivates them to say, hey, this gentleman right here, he took those negatives and turned them into something positive, and he's still doing his music as well as has a career. So it's kind of like you are an example of an artist with the best. You have the best of both worlds. You have a career that you love, and you have a passion that you love, and you're pursuing both of those. So I want to commend you for that effort. That's what's up.
Appreciate it.
Okay. So what strategies do you use to promote your music? How do you reach new audiences? What are you doing?
Social media, one, getting better at doing the Instagram tagging and Facebook, YouTube, and word of mouth, especially when I'm out serving place or I'm at the job or I could be at church or just anywhere in general. And I'll just share what I have if they want to hear, because everybody isn't too partial with just being myself and being honest with my craft.
Okay. So what is your ideal target market? If you could just take a specific set of people and say, hey, I make my music specific for you. What is your ideal target market?
Our people, us. You know, I know it might seem a little cliche, but it's just us. You just thinking about how they used to sell CDs out the trunk and be posted up at Walmart or, just anywhere around the way where it's a lot of people that are collected together to really get that sound. That's something that you feel.
Right. What message would you genuinely, what you would love for people to take away from your music? What message that you would love for people to take away from?
Honesty. Just understanding that everybody is not perfect. Everybody does do wrong. You can be forgiven, but don't dwell on that. Just live our life. Right now, for us in this country, it's more pivotal to hold on to our culture, our relationships, and just how we deal with people as a whole. But if we can't get it together, then it's just going to be the same old thing.
Man, this was up. Okay. Is there any? So we've been so serious. So serious. But I like talking to you. You're a very intelligent artist, and it's easy to talk to you. Okay. Is there any artist that you would like to collaborate with, independent and mainstream?
Independent, yes. We got a couple artists in Huntsville. Fasano, Nice, Ezolani, D-Rain, just to name a few. Somebody Dream. Out here in Birmingham, Straight Drop, Flame Gang.
You can hook that up. That Flame Gang, I can hook that up for you.
Yeah. It's another cat. I forget his name. He used to be out the scene a whole lot. I think his name is Ant. Yeah, Fairfield.
I gotta check that out.
And Kid Trouble too. Kid Trouble pretty dope.
Yeah, I can probably plug in with that too. Okay. Shout out to those guys. Major artists. Who you like?
Major artists. Big Crit for sure. Charlie Wilson.
Oh man.
Spice One out on the West Coast.
Okay.
Seabo the bald head nut, man. Up New York, Spaced Out, Davies.
Okay. You know who I would like to see you collab with?
Who that?
J. Cole.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
I would like to, I can see that. I can see a hit coming that way. I can see a hit.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so tell us a little about it. Do you got any projects or something coming up?
I do have a project coming up. I have a EP I'm getting ready to put out. It's called Tales of a Wannabe. It's tales of my story being out here, what I was trying to do, what I didn't accomplish, what I got influenced by that really led me astray. And also got a recipe book that I'm coming up for my brand, the Community Soul LLC.
Okay, well, tell us first. We're gonna talk about that recipe because I want to know. We're gonna get to we're gonna talk about this recipe book. So, what will we be able to find that recipe book?
Well, I'm getting everything figured out now, but after a while, prayerfully be able to find it on Amazon or anywhere you can really purchase your recipes from.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make sure you let me know when it's come out. Okay, but let's get back to this music. Okay, so the project. Do you have any features on it?
Right now, I do not. I have some that I'm working on, but I don't really get ready to start to reach out to people to put the project together to see if they really want to.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that project. But outside of that project, are you doing any other, things in the music industry? Are you doing? Are you featured on any new projects with any other artists?
I am featured on a couple new projects. I'm featured on Lil Hitter's album, and I'm featured on Dutch's album, and I'm featured on.
Dutch got an album.
And I'm featured on it's another guy in Huntsville. He hasn't really been active like that, but I'm featured on his project too.
Well, okay, that's what's up. Kind of throw me out with that last little question. What are your goals for the next few years in your music career outside of your project? What are some of the goals you got?
Just to have longevity and just to put stuff out there that people feel, not to keep putting stuff out every week or every month like everybody else does, to stay relevant, but just to put it out to reflect on the time.
Quality. I noticed that about you. While you was talking, I asked you about your project. You gotta have a full plan, because you told me the concept behind it. Your album actually has a true meaning behind it. So this is something that you gotta have a plan that you're working on, and I'm almost positive the quality is gonna be where I really prefer all independent artists be. But some people just drop them. But yeah. Independent artists. There's a lot of have you ever thought about doing some artist development training? You probably should look into that. Seriously. I can see that. Because you conduct yourself in a very I'm talking about serious. That's something you definitely should probably get into. Because there's a lot of artists that can benefit from just being around you. When you came in, I came in and you was on point, you was professional. All your questions, you answered them very intelligently. And then a lot of people that know us, we do spontaneous questions. We don't let put it where the artist can pre-rehearse the questions, because we pride ourselves in being live and giving as genuine content as we possibly can give. So you are definitely a very intelligent gentleman.
Thank you.
That food smell good. You done cooked up in here, so it's gonna be like that. So tell everybody where they can find your music.
You can find my music on YouTube at Big Chef 89. You can find me on Spotify at Big Chef. You can find me on SoundCloud at Big Chef _89.
Okay, so if you had a favorite track that you got out where people can listen to right now, what would it be? So if we want to go look up Big Chef, check this out. It's his favorite song. What would it be?
Go check out Big Chef on SoundCloud, Grown Man.
Grown Man. Now I want to know. You got that? Anybody got that in here with them? I'm gonna put that in rotation. Why you ain't send me that?
I thought I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought I did. That's my bad. I apologize.
Well, tell me a little bit about Grown Man, because I'm definitely gonna go to listen. Tell us a little bit about that.
Grown Man is pretty much just saying where I stand as a grown man. The hook is, I'm a grown man. I got my own mind. I'm a grown man. I got my own mind. I got my own plan, trying to get my own land. And I wasn't giving much, but now I'm taking a fistful of the world I own. Don't get me wrong. It was just pretty much awareness on to enlighten people, let them know that you don't have a whole lot right now, but I do got a plan. I'm still working for it. What I want is my own land. I want my own name attached to it. Anything for my family, and when I'm dead and gone, they up under me can have that name, and they can live and strive up off of that name.
Okay, now wait a minute. Are you currently signed to anybody? Are you looking to be signed to anybody?
I'm not looking to be signed. I'm just trying to get my business together. If that make any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, so I'm sure somebody gonna be running behind you after this. I mean, you're very marketable. So it's possible to be very marketable. So, okay, we ask everybody before we end all our interviews. We ask everybody one golden nugget, one piece of advice that you can give everybody that's listening today. What would it be?
Read. Read. Ladies and gentlemen, please read.
That advice hey, that's right. Read, ladies and gentlemen, read. That's like that's one of my big go-tos. That's the advice I give a lot of people. That's one of my big go-tos. I tell people all the time, you only crippling yourself. If you can, read. So thank you for coming in to the studio, kicking with us. I definitely enjoyed talking to you. When you drop your project, hopefully you come in and give us an exclusive on the project, and you know we can look at some of the videos and stuff you put together behind the project and all that.
I thank y'all for having me.
Okay. So before we get out of here, just tell everybody again, where can they go find your music?
You can find my music on SoundCloud at Big Chef. You can find me on Spotify, Big Chef 89. You can find me on YouTube, Big Chef.
Thank you for coming in again. We out.
Yeah.